Miami International Airport North Terminal project is on its fourth year of a 5-year program, over $1 billion worth of work. This represents the largest single contract in Miami-Dade history. This program has been an incredible challenge. One of the most difficult challenges is the fast-paced schedule. It is set to be delivered in 2012. We are substantially complete with most of the project. We've met every contract milestone, opened up every gate on time, and now we are about to deliver the last piece, the crown jewel, the CFIS. The challenge from now to the end of the project will be to complete the FIS to now handle the international traffic that is moving to North Terminal.
We are right now at the third floor of the INS processing area. This is over 100,000 square feet. Behind these walls we have the active terminal, and this area is right within the middle of the airport, North Terminal. The biggest challenge of this project is we are working in an existing terminal which is active, and we finished this area in the first quarter of 2011. This will help the airport to process 3,600 passengers an hour. This is going to change the whole operations within the airport, and basically it's going to be much more efficient.
I've been working out here for 3.5 years now, and the experience that I had is great. You know, I got to meet a lot of nice people. I really enjoy working. I've learned a ton out here. One of the major challenges that we had at the NTD here was building this teardrop ramp. On the underneath side of here, we had around 1,000 different conflicts of utilities that had to be removed, and we had to do it without any interruptions to the airport itself, and we were very successful at that. It was a big, huge task that took many months to take care of, and we performed it successfully.
It's been a beautiful year for the building team. A lot of people have come together. We've grown. Some of our young talents have come up and really performed well. We've built new and better relationships with our clients, and it's all about being positive, never being satisfied, moving forward. We've done that here, and we're very proud of that.
Miami Airport in Miami, Florida, for the Mia Mover project. The project consisted of 1.25 miles of elevated guideway and an operating active airport. We had about 75,000 cars per day pass through the project limits. A very successful project. Also won the VPP award for OSHA's 8-state South Florida region, the only project in Florida construction site to get the VPP. It's the first transportation project to get LEED, first for Odebrecht USA. First for Miami-Dade County and the airport. We made a commitment to the owner at the groundbreaking ceremony that we would finish it on time, and we did. We had a lot of meetings, a lot of coordination, and it all paid off at the end. We finished on time. The Mia Mover had many challenges, some being the actual logistics of the construction, which dealt with building in a live functioning airport where you have 75,000 people coming in every day. We are working over a multi-million-dollar energized guideway. In addition to the Mia Mover project, we received a change order from the owner to build the sky bridge. It takes very close coordination with the operator of the system, with the airport, landside operations, and with our subcontractors to make sure we have a very successful project. What I like most about working with the team in 2011 is that we did have a family environment, and we were able to build a very close bond. We know what each other's weaknesses and strengths are, and we all work together.
2011 is a year that we finally put everything together. We opened the Mia Mover project. By using the Mia Mover trains, the airport saves about 1,400 trips a day. We reduce the energy consumption by 15% compared to baseline energy consumptions. We also reduce the water consumption by 30%. We recycle over 80% of the construction waste that are generated through this project. And it's a great year, I have to say.
came here, we built the Mia Mover, and now we're going on to the Port of Miami to the Wharf Strengthening Project. We built a very good team. We all work well together.
Everybody that's on this team now has worked together on the Mia Mover project, so it was an easy transition for us. We've all worked together. We have great synergy. We know how everybody works. So this project is divided into 4 phases. The first phase is roughly 1,200 linear feet. One of the major challenges on this project is the logistics. This still is an operating seaport. As you can see, we have ships on either side of us that have to be able to operate while we're still doing construction here. So we have to be conscious of the fact of what the owner wants or what the owner needs, have to mitigate that risk for them.
As a young partner and as the least experienced of the team here, I was lucky enough to participate in this project since its inception, to see the ideas and the concepts of the drawings, and to see it being built we see today is definitely a very good experience. What I've learned from the Mia Mover is how to communicate with the client. That's what I believe is the challenge that I'll have here at the port.
We're here at the Metro Rail project. It's a 2.5-mile extension of Miami-Dade Transit's Metro Rail system. The project started in May of 2009. Through 2011, we've completed most of the major construction. As always, we're dealing with a very young team. We have a young, talented group of project engineers, and it's actually been a really good team since the start.
At the Airport Link, I was fortunate enough to be the leader of a couple of great engineers. I don't know that I taught them very much, but I definitely encouraged them to do their best, to excel and solve problems and have fun doing it, learn to manage people, difficult people in some cases.
The main thing is teamwork. We're young partners, and it helps with the little experience we have, relying on each other for daily things, knowing that you can count on the person right next to you.
We definitely pushed each other, giving each other the support we need to keep going. As far as our tail, one of the major things that I took with me was client satisfaction. I just applied that, working even closer with them, making sure they were happy with our final results, listen to what they want and meet their goals, exceed them actually.
So BPP was a great accomplishment for the project. It was very challenging. We set it as a goal for the project very early on, so we spent a lot of time preparing for it. The team itself really pulled together and everybody was focused for the target. So to put all that hard work in and then have OSHA come out here and hear the positive feedback, all the positive comments they had to say about the team and the project was very rewarding. They had visited a lot of sites. It was a very experienced audit team that came down here, and they made comments to the effect that they had seen very few construction projects or very few sites that were as tight, that worked together as well as we did.
We're here standing in front of pump station number 2. The project basically consists of building structures that will protect 4 pump stations against the hurricanes or surges that come from the Lake Pontchartrain behind us. The team that we have here is a very young team, and it's our responsibility to make sure that these guys take the most advantage possible out of this project to learn and to grow. And it's part of our responsibility to groom these guys in the right direction, to expose them to as much as possible, to create this future for our company.
What can I tell you about being a young partner with Odebrecht? Never thought that I'd get to see any of the work that I see out here. Took a lot of courses in college toward the end, thinking that it'd just be fun to see what it might be like. And first day on the job, I'm standing on a barge and a floating platform watching people drive pilots. I think we all have Odebrecht to thank for that, and in some way or another we can all continue to grow in our own way, regardless of whether we're young partners or more seasoned members.
My job here, just to talk a little bit about what I do, is to uphold the quality of this project. much more importantly that it has to do with people. Probably the thing that I take the most pride in has been the development of the young people on this project. We've got a tremendous amount of young talent here, and we've just been really fortunate to have the opportunity to develop them and to grow as we grow each day ourselves.
The best experience was to work with leaders who push you until you can do better. One of the biggest things that happened in 2011 was meeting the deadline for the 100-year protection plan.
And that was a very important goal that we met on this project. It gave the city of New Orleans that level of protection that they didn't have 5 years ago when Katrina came and completely devastated the city. Because it's not only about the project and the work, it's also about their families. And that's something that we try very hard to convey to all of our field personnel and all of our subcontractors and also our client.
The project started back in August of last year and consists of two phases. 95 to 90% of it is done on barges. It's a marine-based job, so all the edge pile operation, all the sheet pile operation, most of the concrete, as you've seen, is done from barges. And weather is a great challenge here in the state of Louisiana. There's always a fluctuation in the weather, rain, floods.
One of the biggest challenges that we've had on this project is the water. We're right off of Lake Pontchartrain and we're on the Parish Line Canal. I've seen this lake raise anywhere from a foot overnight to 2 feet overnight. With the water going in and out, it also challenges us with the loads that we have on our barges. If there's not enough water, the barges aren't able to get into the proper working position. And then too much water sometimes, it affects our dewatering progress. That's been the biggest challenge that we've had thus far.
As you can see, we're at the West Turn flood wall. Started the project last April. We've been out here for about a year. It's been a challenge in every step of the way, a learning experience. The soil conditions here are some of the worst we've dealt with. It's affected the job in many different ways, but we're getting the job done. The end is in sight. You can see the crews behind me doing the rubbing and patching, the final touches on the wall. All the work we do hand over to the owner, we want it to be the best we possibly can. We're proud of our work, and that's one thing we can say at the end is that we did the best we could and had an excellent product.